Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Rose. For those of you that are new to my channel, this is your first time tuning in. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me chit chat video. This is the first time I'm recording one of these videos, but I'm actually getting ready to leave to run some errands. But I had just this urge to record a video because I love recording videos for you guys. My brows are already done, and I used my, as always, Makeup Revolution Ultra Brow Kit, which is amazing. And I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Auburn just to fix my tail and just give it like a brownie look. And now I'm going to go over with my Ardell Brow Sculpting Gel just to hold these puppies in place. Because, girl, sometimes I have some wild-ass brows. Okay. If you have trouble with your brows, my tip for you, and this is not an everyday tip, it's just like now and then when you don't have any brow gel or your brows are just a crazy day, just take a spoolie, any spoolie, get some hairspray, just spray some hairspray directly onto your spoolie, and then just brush over your brows, and they will stay in place all day. I had a crazy brow day probably like a week ago, and yeah, it works perfectly fine. Okay, so we're gonna prime the face, and I'm gonna go in using my NYX Photo Loving Primer in the shade SPP01 Clear Transparent. And I'm going over it with my Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer by L'Oreal. Love it. And I am just gonna get it on my face. Where else would it go? On my face. Away. And then I'm just gonna hit these spots. And this gives it like a shiny kind of look. That's why I like it so much. Especially because it's really good for highlighting as well. Like when I use this and I highlight, it looks amazing. So I started if I could talk, I started the T-zone because that's where I'm oiliest. It's right underneath my eyes and directly in my T-zone and on my chin. So when you're putting primer, you want to start either in your T-zone or where you're the oiliest. And the reason for that is because you want to make sure, you gotta do my hair. You want to make sure that it dries all the way before you go in with your makeup. So that way it takes that oiliness away. Okay, and I am going to be filming the No Mirror Makeup Challenge later on tonight. So that will be up on my channel probably around like midnight. After I get my son to bed, around like 10, and then I get my house clean and make sure my husband's taken care of, and then I will be filming that video for you guys. I'm so excited for that video because it's really gonna go put my techniques to the test. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with an eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to be using my Decay Primer Potion in the shade Orignal. Okay, so I did my eyeshadow primer off camera, and then I'm just going to set my shadow with my E.L.F. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. And this is just so I have an even base all over my eyes, so that way not one spot is more sticky than the other, because I absolutely hate that. So I always set it with a setting powder, and then, oh, damn it. And then I also put on a base shade. just to make sure that I don't miss any spots. I'm sorry about the messaging. My best friend is texting me, so sorry about that. Just make sure you get all the way around your eyes. Okay. And of course, per usual, all the products I use in this video will be listed below in the description box. And this was in the shade Sheer. Okay. So now I'm going to be going in with a base shade. And I'm going to be using my Morphe 35W palette. And I'm going to be taking this nice kind of cream shade up here in the corner. And I'm just going to be taking that on a flat eyeshadow brush. Oh, there goes my eye cream. I'm such a klutz. I literally drop everything. Like, if you were to ask my husband, he would tell you I drop everything. And this is just a Luxe flat eyeshadow brush. And again, we're just taking a nice kind of cream peachy shade for our base. Okay, and now other eye. Okay, and just take a little bit more, and I like to go right underneath my brows just to give it that highlight. Just to make sure our brows are nice and sculpted. Okay, so now that we got our base shade down, I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to take a large blending brush from the Sonia Kashuk Knockout Beauty collection, and for a transition color, I'm going to be taking, let me see, damn it. I'm actually going to go in with my Too Faced PB&J palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Peanut Butter for our transition shade, which is this shade right here, Peanut Butter. Love this shade, love it. I've actually been using this as my transition shade a lot lately because of my chocolate bar palette, which this palette is originated from. I literally have gone through like 3 pans of it. And again, as I always say, you want to start light and then build up your color, because you could always add, but it's harder to take away than to just add. So we're just going to keep building up the shade. And again, we're using the shade Peanut Butter from our Too Faced PB&J palette. Okay, and I always like to just push in the crease while I'm doing this, just to give it some depth. Some nice definition to our crease. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next eye. Maybe I should zoom you guys in just a tad. Yeah, is that better? Okay. So again, we're taking the shade Peanut Butter out of our Too Faced PB&J palette. And we're starting on our outer crease, into our inner corner, circular motions, windshield wiper motions. Start light, you could always add. And these shadows have amazing, amazing pigmentation. Literally, absolutely amazing. Okay, and I'm just going to go over it one more time, just so they match. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a smaller crease brush from Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to be taking the shade Nuts About You, which is the shade right here, just to give it that nice, real nice, darker definition, almost the same shade, but just a darker definition to make our eyes pop. Okay, again, That's About You. Taking it right into our crease. You want to push in so you really get that crease, so you get really good definition. And just keep your brush tilted up at an angle so that way you're not getting it down on the lid. You're just getting it right on your upper crease and your creased crease. Cheese. Sorry, my mom wants to say cheese. Okay, so I'm just going to darken it up just a tad bit. Okay, now, so now I'm going to take the shade, one second, let me find the shade here. I'm going to be using Morphe's Mysterious shade, and we are going to take that on a nice smudge brush, and this is the shade Mysterious from Morphe. And we are going to take that on just a small smudge brush. Or actually, I lied. I'm going to take my foundation and conceal brush from Morphe using the concealer side, taking the shade Mysterious on our brush. Make sure we get a good amount. On there, and just going right on our outer corner and staying on our outer corner. Or actually, I lied. I'm going to take my same brush by Bobbi Brown that I had used Okay, and I'm just going to take that shade and I'm just going to put it all over my lid. And again, we're using Mysterious by Morphe. I'm going all over my lid, just kind of stayed away from my inner corner. Bringing it all the way up. To my crease line. Okay, now I'm going on to our next eye that I'm going to do off camera really fast, and I will be right. Okay, so now I'm just going to be taking the same Sonia Kashuk large blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. Not going too far up in the crease, I just don't want any harsh lines, so I'm just going to slightly blend that out. And then I'm going to take the shade Firecracker out of the Tartelette in the Bloom palette, which is the shade right here on the same conceal and foundation brush, and this is going to go right in our, actually, I'm going to take the shade Rocker, I lied. So it's going to be this shade right here. And that's going to go right in our inner corner. Okay, dump off the excess and keep it right in our inner corner. Not going to go too far into the lid. Okay, pick up some more. Okay. Now let's just start patting. So the shade sticks. Now we're moving on to our next eye. Dump off the excess. Again, stay right in our inner corner. Just going a third of the inch away into our lid, and then we're going to take it just on the bottom of our eye, just a tad bit, picking up some more, and just patting it right over the shade, just to kind of give it a more brighter look. Okay. Oh! Okay, picking it up one more time. Dumping off our excess. Okay, kind of just flick it. Sure we get it on our lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to apply my mascara off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so I applied my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on my top lid, 2 layers, and then I applied just this E.L.F. 3-in-1 Eye Enhancing Mascara on my bottom lashes, and now I'm just going to be taking a small precision eyeshadow brush. I am taking the shade Jelly out of our Too Faced PB&J palette. Also the shade Extra Creamy. First putting Extra Creamy down on our waterline, and then Jelly on top of it to just enhance our eyes, to give it an open up look and add some color. Okay. Okay, so now we're taking the shade Jelly. And just putting it right underneath our lid. now I am going to put my foundation on off camera, and then I will be right back. So far I applied my concealer. I used Revlon Colorstay concealer and in the shade 05 Medium Deep, and I just applied it under my lip, my cupid's bow, the rim of my nose, my forehead, above my eyebrows, and right underneath my eyes. And now I'm going to go in with my Milani 2-in-1 Concealer Perfect Concealer and my Covergirl D4 True Blend. Alright, sorry my camera cut out, but this is there's going to be like a little, probably like a little cut pause before this part starts. My camera cut out, so I had to restart it. But I have my foundation on, my concealer, I set my under eyes, my bow, my cupid's bow, the brim of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin with my Anastasia contour kit powder in the shade Banana. And now I'm just gonna set my foundation. Well, no, sorry, before I set my foundation, I am going to highlight. And I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in the shade Riviera and my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Glee. So, you ready for some highlights? Okay, so I'm going to be taking a fan brush and my Anastasia A23 brush, and we're going to switch back and forth. So, the first thing I'm going to do is just put a little bit of blush first. So I'm going to be using my Milani Baked Blush Powder in the shade 02 Rose d'Or. As you all know, this is one of my favorites. Or actually, I'm not going to use that one today. I'm going to use my Too Faced Love Flush. Yeah, my Too Faced Love Flush blush in the shade Love Hangover. And I'm going to use my Anastasia A23 brush. Get a good amount on there. Brush it off and just put it right in the center of our cheek. Kind of going in a oval type shape. Pick up some more. Move to our next cheek. Okay. Brim of my nose. Cupid's bow. Okay. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Illuminator in the shade Riviera and taking this fan brush. First, I'm going to dust it off. And I'm going to take the Riviera Illuminator and I'm going to be taking the shade Crushed Pearl just to give it kind of like a nice highlight between the two. So first I'm going to take our fan brush, dig it in, get a good amount of product onto our brush, dust that off. Then I'm going to take Crushed Pearl on the other side of our fan brush. And we're just going to take it right on our cheek. First we're taking Riviera and then we're going to use Crushed Pearl. So we're going to take Riviera on one side, place it right onto our cheekbone. Okay, so first with Riviera and then the Illuminator. Right onto our bow. Okay. Now we're taking it onto the brim of our nose. Right onto right above our brows. Cupid's bow. And now we're taking the Crushed Pearl. Exact same places. And then our highlighter is a little bright because since I used two, kind of mixed in, so I'm just going to be taking my Anastasia A23 brush and I'm just going to go over it really fast to kind of dust some away, so that way we don't look to gloss it. But girl, you just do these two shades together, and in space, they're going to be able to see your highlight. Like, damn, this girl glowing all over the place. Like, hey. Okay. So now we are going to take we are done with our highlight. I'm going to take a nice buffer brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend those two together. I'm going to grab out my nose, Cupid's bow. Then now I'm going in with my lip liner from L'Oreal, and this is in the shade Lasting Plum. And we're going to line our lips. Let me zoom you guys in. I always like to do a thick line on the bottom because I'm using a liquid lip, and this will kind of give it a more matte. Okay. Alright. Now we have our liner done. Now I'm going to go over it with my Smashbox lipstick, and be a legendary lipstick in the shade Posy Pink. Just one coat. Okay. Now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Metallic Rose, and we're going to go right over our lips. Rub those together. Okay, just take a makeup wipe, clean it up. Now I'm going to take my fan brush that still has a little bit of highlight on it, go right over and get our Cupid's bow. Okay, and I want to thank everybody for watching my video of my Get Ready With Me, and this is our finished look. I hope you enjoy it. It's a real girly, springy kind of look today, and I'm just in love with it, absolutely in love. And I will show you my outfit. Okay, and this is what I am wearing today. Some cute lace high-waisted shorts with a crop top that has an Aztec print. And I hope you all enjoyed my video today, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!